Okay, trying again. Okay, I see me, and I am guessing nobody's coming because I didn't pop up properly. But I will save it, and you can always watch later. So what this video is my setup for 2025. I like to do a traveler's notebook, kind of a journal in an art way, but I don't like to have blank pages. So I always like to alter my pages before I do anything, and then it takes away that fear of the blank page. Some of them are pretty basic, some of them are colored up. I just like to have the variety. So I'm going to get ready for 2025. Hey Leslie, how are you? So what I'm using is a 2021 traveler's notebook. Obviously that was during COVID time, and as I'm a store, we carry these and nobody bought 2021. So I have plenty. Hey Cindy, I had problems getting on. So I've got plenty of 2021s available, and it's because I don't care about the dates. It doesn't matter to me. These come 2 for the year, so it's the first 6 months and the second 6 months. So what I do like to do, I just grabbed a few supplies and I had ideas of what I wanted to do on my in my book, and I kind of do the same thing every year. I have a vision board. I have books to read or books I've read, movies I've watched, statistics, and memorable moments. And then I have, because they have these pages, obviously no good for 2021, right? So for instance, I'd have my vision board across here. I would do books I've read, movies I've watched, my statistics, the memories, and then I go into that particular week. And I always do it week ending, and I put the dates somewhere on the page because these dates don't matter to me. Oh, good, Leslie, you got it. Hey, Jan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gesso this page. This one will be my vision board. And I kind of just prep it so that I've got something that I can start with. And then sometimes I add the art now, and sometimes I add more when I go into it again. To actually sit and write on a Sunday. But these kinds of journals are fun to do. And it doesn't matter, right, that it was a previous year, because you're going to cover most of it. So I'm just going to gesso this one. Now this one, vision board, I usually cut things out of magazines, like that might mean something. Like if you wanted a new car, you'd find a car you liked. Hey Mary, you'd find a car that you liked and you'd cut that out and put that in there and hope that the power of visualization works. I think it's just kind of fun to look back. You know, if you like to travel, like Mary, you do. You know, you cut out pictures of cruise ships, or you would cut out a famous landmark of a place you wanted to go to. So let me just dry that. And I've just pulled a few things that I thought I could use. I always write in my journals with fountain pens, so I have a couple of stamps of fountain pens. I have, and this is a great way to use old supplies. Let me just dry this and then I'll show you what else I have. Thanks guys for joining me. So I don't know if I'll use all these things, but I did just grab a few. So I have a stamp that says New Year. I have a stamp set with a tree and some words: grow stronger, stay grounded, be true to your roots. Love that. I have words that say be you bravely, dream big dreams, stay curious, follow your heart, choose to shine, make it happen. So for the vision board, it would be, I would probably use Make It Happen and Dream Big Dreams. For my book list, I have an old stamp by Hero Arts that is a book text. I have these words from Eileen Hull. Do one thing every day that scares you. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. Great sentiments to sprinkle throughout. And then, oops, some pre-cut postage stamps. I need to move them out of the way. For my book list, got library card, Once Upon a Time, books. And then because I like to art and journal, I've got words that do that. And just a couple selections of tags, a little bit of washi tape, and some number stamps. So that's what I'm going to start with. Let me dry that properly. I think if you don't have a blank page, I think it sometimes makes it easier for you. So it's already written on, right? It's already messed up, so you can't mess up. So this one's going to be the vision board. So I'm going to have to cut out the words vision board, but let's add some color to the background. And I think I'm going to do that with, let's see. Because I'm going to glue all over this, it doesn't need to be that much. So let me just put some ink down. So that's kind of a dark blue. This is a light blue. Yep. Someone just came in, so let me. Hi. He didn't answer. Okay, so let me dry that. Hello? I wonder if it could have been a mail. No, it wasn't the mailman because my regular mailman was in this morning. So is anybody out there making art today or crafting today? Let's see. Let me just pick a font. Maybe this one. Oh, tomorrow you're going to craft, Mary? Oh, good. Little by little, right? As long as you can do something every day, I think. And Leslie, I don't have a plan in mind. The only plan I have in mind today is I know I start my books this way. So with what I'm doing, I grabbed a few things that might mean something. Like I know at home I've got a really, really nice book stamp. I don't have it here, so unfortunately I can't use that, but I could add that in later. So I like to, let's see, just have fun and be a little impulsive. B-O-A-R. D, and then N, B. Okay, I think that's everything. So now what I'm going to do is cheat and pick all those up, so I didn't lose any. Okay. I like to write. I haven't had a chance to do much of it on a Sunday. I used to sit outside in the morning when I get up with a cup of coffee and journal. You know, with everything I've had going on with my mom, I have not had that luxury lately. But I do like to start the page before I start writing, because then I feel it's easier to write. Okay, I'm going to need another vision, I-O-N. Another O. Does anybody here journal? Oh, Jen, that's fun. Cindy, funny, but yeah, it would take me too long to walk out there. So I don't think they're gonna rob the place. Definitely the door went the bell twice. It could have been somebody coming in thinking they were in the right place and then they realized they weren't. But nobody's walked by my door to my classroom. So. All right, let's just move those over and hope I've got the right letters. I don't want to pick those up because then I might need them again. Unless whoever it is looking at planner stuff. Oh, so you're working on Estes planners? I haven't used the folio dies yet. Haven't had a chance. So on December 2nd, I think is the Monday. It's December 2nd, a Monday. There'll be a new release coming. I get to order it tomorrow. And I have ordered through June for a lot of companies. I've also ordered one person's stuff through the end of 2025 already. It's crazy. Okay, let's start sticking that down. Yeah, Leslie, you're going to want this for sure. Okay, let me see if I can find a glue that is not clogged. I still didn't get a chance to order all those tips in. Okay. Now, one trick, if you want to have this straight, is get a ruler, put it down, and then line everything up against it. So here's my B. Oops, that I cut out, so I'll come back to the B and redo that. So of course I have a current year for this as well, and that's where I plan everything out for the store. So I carry two. Trying to justify why I need a third one. Well, I mean, I do have a third one. I have one for color charts and things like that. But that one I don't carry with me. Oops. I did cut a D, I know it. In. Now when I do letters on pages like this, I do like to start from the back side or the last letter so that it lines up, because if you start here and you're not sure, it may go over. So you have to learn how to spell backwards. Yeah, nobody walked by the door. They must have opened it by accident. So quiet in here today. Oh, I thought I cut a second I. So I need another I and a B. If you guys don't have one of these little sidekicks, very, very useful. One of my most used tools. Oh, I must still be in there. Okay, let's just put those up on the magnet so that I don't lose them. Okay, so for this one, I think it might be, like I said, I cut out magazine images, so I really can't glue a lot down. What I can do is maybe put a sentiment that means something. So like, make it happen, dream big dreams. I think those two are kind of perfect for this kind of thing. So dream big dreams and make it happen. But I don't want to do it directly on there. So I recently put all my extra papers. Oh, you still use yours, Jan? Yes, they last forever. I recently sorted all my papers, like my gel prints and book papers and everything, into these envelopes. Makes it easy to grab the right envelope. So, love this pattern, but I don't think it'll show up. I'm gonna do it on this one. Okay, let's grab a block. Let's grab a bigger block. Yeah, the bags, I was keeping them in 12 by 12 page protectors, but I have a lot of little bits and pieces. And I think that having them in envelopes on a shelf, I have like that Raskog cart behind me. So on one of the shelves, I have all those bags up, right? So I have all the tissue papers from Paper Artsy separated by artists. They each have their own bag. Then I have book papers and gel plate prints and scraps of scrapbook paper. Easy to reach for. Okay, scissors. And then I'm always using my scraps, which I like. I don't have to save them all for the postage art. So make it happen maybe and dream big dreams. Yeah, that'll work for me. One of the things on the vision board should be unstuck glue. Should ink the edge on that one, but that's okay. I can go around it with a pen. Now the bags are sorted by, let me grab some and I'll show you. These are just the gel print backgrounds in that bag that I showed you. And I'll just put that one in the middle because we're going to put stuff around it, or I will eventually. This one has newspaper text that's like Japanese. This one is Jaffe tissue paper. Then I have one for transparencies that are already printed on. So I just find that really, really easy to make. Okay, so I can't go any further with this because I need to cut out images from magazines to put down. I'm just going to dry that glue I got everywhere so I can turn the page. Okay, so on my list, books I've read. Okay, so let's go to this one and let's add a little bit of gesso. By doing this video, I'm going to be really organized and have everything ahead of time for 2025. This one I'm going to add a second layer of gesso just to knock that in the background. Yep. Notice I've got a piece of black cardstock. Well, I guess that will stay. Or I can pull it out. Yeah, there you go, pull it out. So now I have the perfect book stamp at home that I'm going to use on this, but I will use some of the ECD stamps and the Hero Art stamp on here. Okay. So this is the Hero Arts book text stamp. And let's see, what color do I want to do that in? I'm going to go with a bit of blue archival ink. So just making kind of a little border for here. Let me just show you, that's permanent ink, so it doesn't matter what I put on top of it. So just a little bit of book text. I have this wonderful book stamp that I'll probably use across the bottom, but let's see what Esther's got on hers. I can use the word books. I can use the word next chapter. That might be kind of fun. Let me grab. Grab that. Does anybody else journal? Did I ask that before? 2025 has got to be a hell of a lot better than this year. This year has not been nice. Anyone else do journals like this though? Because I think this is a lot of fun to do. I don't mind showing them on a Sunday morning when I get ready to write, but I can't often show the contents after I've written because it's kind of private. Like I could show these written, right? TV watched. I think I'm gonna have to put it here because, well, maybe I'll put it here. Let's see if I can fix it from this side. I do not like using glue this way. I'm afraid to push too hard that I might blow the thing. There's no reason it won't go. So my husband will say, "What did you do at work today?" And I'll say, "Well, I did a YouTube video on unclogging my glue." Okay. Now Esther has that little girl that I could stamp and cut her out. I wish she had a stack of books on this one. you tried morning pages, but you quit? Yeah, that's why I kind of do a week summary. I felt that was just a little bit easier. So books, and let's see, I did next chapter. About Once Upon a Time. I think I've gotten just enough space there. Yep. I'll have to see if I can dig my book stamp out, because like I said, I don't plan it. If I did, I would have brought the book stamp in from home. I used to read all the time. I would read at least one book a week. I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to take my books off me in the summer and tell me to be like a normal child and go play outside. But she used to hide my books in places I knew where they were. So that didn't really do any good. But I haven't been able to find the time to read the last few years. Maybe one day again. Yeah, I just tried that needle. It didn't work, Cindy. What I need to do is not do it on camera, and then it will work. Okay. All right, so that's a start to the books I want to read page. And like I said, I'll have to do that stamp another time. Then I'm going to do movies here, statistics here. So let's do statistics. So this one, so the statistics that I write down, I have a stamp that Hero Arts did for businesses actually a long time ago. I don't think it's made anymore. And so you could put your YouTube statistics, your Facebook stats, your Instagram, or, you know, posts as a reminder, that kind of thing. It was more of a business stamp set. And I still have that, even though I've lost my Facebook stamp. I'll show you what that set looks like. So I'm going to use Paper Artsy paint, so I really didn't need the gesso on here. And this is the stamp set that I have. So it's got maintenance, inventory, payday, payroll, deadline, Facebook, Instagram, Etsy, reservation, all business things. Okay, so let me grab some paint. So the good thing about Paper Artsy paint is that it's a chalk-like finish and any pen will write on it. So it is perfect for journaling. This is a different card. And then because I scraped it, it's practically dry. And the fact this paper artsy paint is practically dry. This chalk paint dries super fast. Now, you can still see the lines through this. I'll hold it up. It's because it's a flat paint. I personally like to gesso first. But you don't need to gesso with it. So I can still see the lines through here, which is perfect for this stamp. So let's see. Let me do YouTube. We'll start with YouTube. So what I do for this one is find a smaller stamp block. Oh, here. Nope, use the smaller lines. I gotta leave some space at the top for my header, but what I do, so that will be, the word January will come here. Let's see, this is for 6 months. Because the other book will be for the next 6 months. And then this one says Instagram or IG. So I need 3 lines for YouTube. So 1, 2, 3. So we'll go about here. Oops. I'll have to get an alphabet stamp out and then do FB for Facebook because I like to track our followers. I didn't, oh, maybe I have a stamp set here. Hang on. I do. And I'll just do an F and a B. So that's easy. Again, just dry it real quick. Okay, and then memorable moments. But let's go back to, let me see if I have. I do. This one's fabric. So some of the washi tape, you know, you get a lot on a roll. So I am going to use someone. This one is going to be my movies, stats. Well, I could dress the stats page up a little bit, right? Oh, but it might be kind of fun. I had a washi tape that had a measuring tape, so measurements. Okay, so let's put some of this down first. I'll use some measurements. I am trying to use more washi because I buy the washi. I don't necessarily use the washi. So I'm just trying to use some of it up. Because I do like washi tape. Okay, so I'll trim that. All right, so I think that works. What other washi did I grab? Let's see, where did I put it? Oh, there's the fountain pen I was going to use. Let me stamp on this side of my list because I like the lines on there. Look how cool that is. You can see a bit of the color from the paper in there and the lines. And then I have a little ink bottle too. Let's use that. We'll cut them out. That is going to go on the vision board page. I wonder what happened to my new Tim Holtz scissors. And who else uses a fountain pen? Because I love using my fountain pens. I've become quite a pen snob. I mean, I don't necessarily use very expensive fountain pens, but I like a nice pen to write with, and I love writing with fountain pens. And so I carry a bag around with me that has about 8 or 9 different inks and different pens. And I think that is one of the things that helps me write weekly, at least. Not only having the page already not clean, but having the fountain pen to write with. Kind of excited. We managed to get a couple extra ink vent calendars that are arriving on Wednesday, because it looked like I was going to be without one. And so I managed to get a few more. So let's put this just here on the vision board to help me visualize that I'm writing. And to write every day. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. I don't know how long we've been going. Oh, almost an hour. I'm so sorry. Okay, Rachel, you forget to fill them? Oh, yeah, when I travel, I make sure they're all full before I leave. Yes, I am doing a week in review. So let's see, let me grab one of the ones from here. Anyway, so that's that on there. I've made quite a mess here. And let's see, this one, right? It's a week in review. So I dropped David at the airport. I did the whole week, and it was weekend in July 7th, that one. So as you can see, I didn't color the background, but I added some images that I had, and it is a week in review. The statistics, I get an email once a month from like YouTube. So when I get that email, that prompts me to go and look at my other statistics, and then I fill those pages in at that time. I think I have one of those here. I was bad at journaling, but I found that having did I do the stats here in this one? Or did the other one? Yeah. So here's the stats. Not on a colored page, so I don't like it as much. But that prompts me to go find all the other ones and then fill it out at that time. So it's only once a month, that one. And because I carry this with me all the time, and I need to cut a nice big 2025 for there. But anyway, that's all we've done. Just get started and break the pages. I've got to get my book stamped. But I wanted to give you some insight into, just decorating ahead of time and how it might help you journal. So thank you. If you had a topic, or a prompt, I did have a group on Facebook that I tried to get going. I couldn't get anybody to post in there, and I was doing prompts in that. Maybe we'll start it up again for 2025 and just see. But thanks guys for watching me. Hope you didn't mind wasting that almost an hour with me, and I'll see you on Facebook at 5 o'clock on Monday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.